Congratulations, Max O Cisse, for being awarded Aviation Business Personality of the Year in Africa.
Thank you. Thank you for the award.
Max O Cisse is owner and CEO of African Open Sky and has been awarded Aviation Business Personality of the Year for his management skills. Today we've come to the European Business Aviation Convention exhibition taking place in Geneva to meet up with him. Welcome.
Hi.
So tell us, how long have you been working in the aviation industry?
So far, I have been involved in the business aviation since 10 years. 10 years of, we say, difficulties, 10 years of excitement, 10 years of challenges, and of course, satisfaction. And these have been possible, and I want to, express all my thanks to my various operation teams all over Africa for the great job they did, and they are still doing, to keep our customers satisfied.
So what is it about the aviation industry that interests you most?
I would say either business aviation, especially the on-ground activities or the fixed-base operations, including the ground handling, the refueling, the transportation, and the accommodation. It's always exciting to be on the right side of things. And I have as well enough interest to the airlines operations. And so far we have planned to extend our activities. And a good plan, we believe, within the 2 years to be the largest travel company in Africa.
You created African Open Sky. What was your idea behind the company?
I launched the company since now 10 years, based on the judgment that Africa was suffering lack of a reliable company, providing, the information about the various airports in Africa. You know that Africa have almost 54 countries and more than 100 major airports. And it was very difficult at that time to find this African company, providing services everywhere in Africa. So it was a big challenge for us because since the beginning, we planned to be present everywhere in Africa. And so far, we started the company step by step, opening first in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, then slowly growing Benin, other African countries. And now we are proud to be the largest company in Africa for the flight support. We have offices in about 25 countries in Africa and representation in the remaining 30 countries. So it was a very big challenge. And here, challenges was to open the African sky. It means to provide the right services, the professional services, because that's the most important for our customers in Africa. And so far, we provide services for the ground handling, as well for the flight clearance, the overflight, the landing permit. And we have supervisors on ground taking care of our partners and customers' flight.
What's the primary function of African Open Sky?
Africa Open Sky is the fastest growing company in Africa. And our main activity is rendering services, flight support services, to governmental, corporate, private, diplomatic, and other operators for all the flight requirements in Africa. And these include, as I was telling previously, the flight clearance, all kinds of overflight and landing permit. We are very proud to have a strong relationship with all civil aviation in Africa. And we have, that's another thing important, we have African peoples who understand, the African mentality. Yeah, that's very important. You should understand the context, the African context, to be better in Africa. So I believe business in Africa is better when done by African people.
So African Open Sky is also very involved in the ground handling side of things. Tell me more about this.
Yeah, since the beginning, when I established the first branch, the headquarters in Abidjan, we have been in now 25 countries. And one of the most important things for operators when they're on ground for the ground handling is to have a supervisor on ground, taking care of everything. It means somebody on ground, a part of the FBO, helping the crew in all the flight requirements, paying the on-ground charges, the airport charges. And so far, we are still expanding our branches. And our goal for the 2 years is to have an effective branch, an effective office in all the African countries.
You're talking about your expansion in Africa, but you're very involved with the Middle East as well. How has this come about?
I established my branch, my UAE branch, because we are in UAE, in the United Arab Emirates, the beautiful country, since now 2 or 3 years. I decided to open because most of our partners and customers are based in the Middle East, especially in the Gulf region. And I would like to be close to them because unfortunately that's another problem we face in Africa is the network problem, the communication, sometimes hard. And they like me to be close to them because we represent every day many of flight support companies based in Dubai, for example. As well, we have a contract with many governments in the Gulf region for all the flights to Africa. That's the main reason why I opened in the Middle East.
Your aim over the next few years is to enhance cooperation with the various airport authorities. What other plans do you have for the future?
For future, of course, is to assure our presence everywhere in Africa, to maintain the cap, because so far we are the largest, the biggest flight support company in Africa, so we should rest with this same company. And of course, I have planned to develop the tourism and safari within African countries. Yeah, we are proud to receive all our guests coming from Europe, from the US and other continents. And now we miss those Africans to come and visit their neighbor countries, for example. And within the 2 years, I intend to be the largest travel agency in Africa, having offices. And I will use my own network because we are building the network, and I'm sure it will not be a big deal to achieve that.
Well, good luck in the future, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much.